as far as Facebook groups in general go, and I kind of just want to let you talk about them and about any sort of tips you might have, something that you had to learn the long hard way, or anything that you could offer, because I know that listening right now there is somebody that thinks that this would be an amazing thing to do, to start a Facebook group. They're so powerful, and right now, as of the beginning of 2020, and hopefully for forever, Facebook favors them in a way. They really encourage it. I mean, aren't there even commercials now about Facebook groups? I'm hearing about commercials. It's a huge deal, and they're so powerful, and you are obviously proof of it. So if you could speak on that a little about what you think about the groups in general, what they can do, what tips you have, and like maybe what kind of person might want to dive in.
Yeah, I think Facebook groups are, well, I think that they're definitely more so starting to become realized by a lot of people that it is a very important aspect. If you are promoting your business on social media, they have become hugely popular over the last year or so. And you were 100% right. Facebook favors them completely. And it's funny because if you notice, if you look back in your news feeds, and if you compare like what you're seeing in your news feed now compared to what you saw in your news feed a year ago on Facebook, it was all like your high school friends, your cousins, and their Facebook statuses and what they're up to, or they used to have that quote at the top. It says like, oh, what's on your mind? Like that sort of
Yes.
thing. But now in your news feed, it's all what's going on in your Facebook and the Facebook groups that you are actively engaged with daily, whether this be like you're responding to comments or you're liking on posts, or even if you're just going to this Facebook group to check, and see what people are talking about. All of that stuff, the Facebook algorithm favors. So it shows up the top of your news feed. And I get the number one question I get about social marketing on Facebook, more specifically on Facebook, for my one-on-one clients is always, why do I need a Facebook group? Like, what's the difference between the Facebook group and my Facebook business page, right? And I always tell people your Facebook business page is more or less like your Instagram page. It's like your business, like your business card for your business. It's the first thing that people see. It gives them kind of an idea of what it is that you're selling, what it is that you're promoting, what type of content you're putting out into the universe. And it kind of gives them a little taste on like whether they're going to be into what you're doing or whether they're not. The Facebook group is already for the people that are already into doing what you're doing. They comment daily on your stuff. They have purchased things from you in the past. They're just your little cheerleader in your corner on every post. They're already vibing with you. Right. So when it comes to starting a Facebook group, I always tell people to kind of think of a common ground that all of your people have in common that is outside of your product or service for that matter. So if you are selling a product or promoting a podcast or something along those lines, what is it that is the root to your business? What does your business mean? Like, what is it that, if you're selling home decor items, you can start a Facebook group that's on like, seasonal trends for home decor, something along those lines that's not directly correlated to your product or service, but something where people can connect and kind of bond on another level of your business.
Right. So that way the group isn't a billboard, just like, I mean, I've talked about that a lot in other episodes about in general with your social media, but you don't want that in your group either. It's not it's not like, it's just a group for people that want to buy my green widget.
Yes, exactly. I know. Exactly.
I love how you worded that find a common ground, a thing that everybody can talk about and form those relationships and help each other out and all that. Perfect.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I think, for me, what I noticed was I had bonded and become really tight rooted, and my audience had shifted from, they were still buying my products, which was never the question, but it was more along the lines of like, I knew I needed something deeper than just these products. How can we all connect on a deeper level than just like, silly, funny doormats? So for me, that was, creative as a mother. Like literally I thought of that in the shower and I said to my husband, creative as a mother. He's like, that's it. I was like, yes, because I was thinking like, how can I just like wrap it all into one thing? And most of my audience is moms. They're all creative. I mean, that's just who I bring into my life is creativity. I put it out and I bring it in, and that's just kind of how it started. So if you're able to kind of think on a deeper level like that and base your group around that and start providing value and do it with the intention of, selling them a course or product eventually, but it doesn't even have to be like you're selling it, because if they are your people and and you're connecting with them in that way, they're asking you for it. Like, I need this. Where is this? So
Right.
that's a great way to build a solid community and fans for your business, because it bleeds over into everything else. It bleeds over into your email list, into your Instagram following, into hopefully your wallet.
Exactly. Well, and hey, maybe another time we should talk strategy. Or you could do that. Or have you already coached people on that, right? About starting their own groups, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I coach, entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs that are building their businesses. And that's definitely a big part of it. Social selling
Yeah.
and that aspect of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like obviously the strategy is a huge part of it as well. But I mean, I think you're so smart to just kind of lay a foundation at first of just connecting everybody. So that way it's coming from genuine stuff inside of people.
Absolutely.
And it's,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Perfect. I love it. Do you have any final thoughts or tips, or maybe anything that you tried that didn't work, or just anything else you would love to share about the Facebook groups and the power of them and what you can do with them?
Anything? Okay. I guess if I did have to say one thing that I can't say it's something that didn't work, just a lesson that I learned from when I first started the group compared to now. When I first started the group, I was very much like, I was all in, and I realized I was spending so much time trying to figure out what everybody wanted and keeping it going and all of that, that like pressure. And when you are a solopreneur and it is just you, you can waste so much time being hung up on little things. So I think my advice for someone that's just newly starting a Facebook group is just start it and lay the foundation. Just get people out, introducing themselves, getting to know each other, and then let the rest kind of fall into place. Don't waste too much time trying to make everybody happy or make your group the place to be. Just kind of go with everybody's vibe and see what it is that they're talking about, and you get a great idea on how you can serve them better to keep the group happy and connected at its core.
Perfect. That's perfect
Yay.
advice. And not like maybe don't spend 50 hours a week on Facebook obsessing over it.
Yeah. And it's easy to do. I mean, it really is easy to do. It's like, if it's very easy to waste time. If you were to sit down and plan out your content for your group, then it's just so much easier, because then you don't feel like you have to just throw something out there and hope that someone's going to comment on it, or wonder
Right.
why no one is replying to anything. It's just kind of like, let the chips fall where they may, and just sort of feel it out as you're going. But think of that icebreaker for the group, the core icebreaker to start.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, yeah. And speaking on like scheduling it out, um, I have a Facebook group, and I also manage one for a client of mine. And if you're listening and you are not aware of this, and you are truly a beginner at all of this, you can even go on Facebook on your computer and schedule out your posts. There's lots of little things you're going to find that kind of make the process easier on you, so that you're not slaving away too many hours. You can schedule them ahead of time and use those kind of tools to make it a little bit easier on you. So
Yeah, 100%. I fully agree. I'm like content planner. I mean, I don't get to do it all the time. Now I will, but when I fall off of my content planning, it's like, it's such a huge, huge difference when you plan your content, don't you think?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it changes everything.
Yes.
So Facebook groups should be no different.
Right. Exactly. Perfect. I love it. I agree 100%. Okay. I think we covered it. I think we did good. I think we gave everybody a lot of good information, especially if they're getting started. So they can get rolling on their Facebook group and maybe even join yours. That would be great.
Yay. Thanks. I'm excited. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. I truly appreciate your time and I appreciate you doing this. And I love and adore you. And I'm so thankful for you just in general to know you. And I want you to tell everybody how to find you, the group, your stuff on social, whatever you want to plug in right now, please tell.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram at Kristen Burney, also on Facebook at Kristen Burney. And then the Facebook group is Creative as a Mother. And the monthly membership is Creative as a Mother Up Leveled, but you will get some more information on that. If you sign up for Creative as a Mother, you'll hear about it through there. So that's it.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Thank you.